don't forget to subscribe for more reviews. Please also like. Thank you.
Oh, look, it's eating some Energon. How cute. Oh, look, it's seeing me. How cute. Oh, look, it's coming closer. How cute. Oh, look, it's coming right for me. How cute. Oh, look, it's eating my face off. How cute. Hello there, everyone. This is Tom. And today we have the privilege of taking a look at the War in Pocket Jungle Warrior Quaker X-Tall 19 by DX9. I hope you all are passing a fair day. We are privileged to look at this today. This is one of their Dinobots. Box impressions, looks pretty nice on the front. Top of the box, side of the box, side of the box, bottom of the box, don't eat anything in here. And the back of the box. Don't know how well that comes off on camera, but if you notice, we've got tech specs right here which aren't picked out, so you don't really know what's what. Got your product shot, and a nice little picture. Somebody had to draw that some way. And if you notice, you've got their little Constructicons back here in the back, and they're fighting the Dinobots, and that was always something that I enjoyed from the G1 cartoon. So, let's crack this thing open and see what we have in the box. Instruction sheet, empty box. Okay, set that aside. We got our clamshell here. Let's see, it comes with a sword. Okay, sword. He's going to come with a gun. Some detailing on there. No paint, but some detailing. And then we come to the figure. And that's all in the clamshell. So we'll set the clamshell aside. Let's see here. Get some more light on this guy here. Initial impressions, he's shiny. He's got some, let's see, in this mode he's got some nice paint. Doesn't have a whole lot of heft to him. I'm guessing that's the robot mode chest right there. While I'm here, why don't I cover articulation? Just while I'm here. Back legs can do like that. They can go out like that. That can bend a little bit. Nothing at the toes. This one can go all the way off, apparently. Okay. I don't think that's supposed to happen that way. Looks like this can bend like this. Okay. Doesn't look like the tail's going to move. The head can swivel. Jaw can open and close a little bit. And the slightest, and I mean ever so slightest, wiggle, just a little bit right there. Paint detail, this plastic doesn't match this yellow, which needed a second coat. Nice black paint, yellow paint, red paint, metallic blue paint. This is smoky plastic right here, translucent smoky. underside. Yeah, that's this guy. Initial impressions, he's not bad for a Legend Scale Dinobot. Okay. Alright, so for some size comparisons with him in this mode, here he is next to, you can't see, Bumblebee. And he's considerably larger than the Titan's Return Bumblebee. Here he is next to, who is that? Cyberverse Ultra Magnus. Okay. And as you can see, he's considerably larger than Cyberverse Ultra Magnus. So, pull out my trusty ruler here, and from tip to tip, how long is that? That's a good question. I'd say he's 7.5 if I had to guess. I know he's coming off on camera, looks a little bit longer, but looking at him in person, I'd say he's about 7.5, and I'd say he stands about, he's shy of 3, 2.5 in this mode. Okay. Alright folks, now we get to the transformation stage. And let me tell you, the transformation is not necessarily hard, but at least, and I'm sure there's points here where individual results will vary, quality control and things coming out of the factory, but there are parts here on mine that are legit problems. And it basically, in case you don't know, and I'm sure I'm not the only reviewer that does this, I transform these things before I do it. I never do a blind one usually, let me put it like that. I usually never do a blind one on camera for the first time you see it. I always try and transform it at least once so I have a general idea and I don't look like a complete idiot when I'm trying to do it for you guys. So let me tell you, these things right here are the biggest problem areas on this whole thing, and they're designed to come out on this little pin here. They come out and they rotate around this area here and they tuck underneath. They're screwed right here and you cannot get to them because this translucent piece is glued. If it wasn't glued, we could probably get in there and loosen that screw up and save ourselves a lot of issue and time. But as a result, yeah, that happens. So, let's see if I can remember how to transform this thing appropriately. Here is hoping. We start by bending the legs out this way. Take the tail and fold it down. Then we break the wing, what will eventually be the wing pieces, free here. And they will, you can rotate them around the pieces here. You just gotta kind of maneuver them a little bit to get them around, but they will go just like this. This is the easy part. Getting all this kind of out of the way. Alright, so you wind up with something that looks like this to start with. You can go ahead, you can pull your head up, and there's this little head reveal. Yay! Now, you can move your, what will become the chest piece up, which frees most of this, and this just kind of rocks back. Now, you can split your legs, because these will become your legs, and if you notice, the entire neck and everything split right here. So go ahead and this is just a mess at this point, isn't it? That's okay. Rotate. There's a mushroom peg here, so pull this down a little bit and just kind of maneuver things around. I know that's a scientific way of saying it. Just maneuver things around, because the point here, get this out of the way, get this one out of the way, is to bring your leg down. So just move things. Most of this is relatively intuitive. Just to get it out like this, okay? Because you can see these are going to make the legs. Now there's some really interesting engineering going on here. This is on a double hinge, okay? And all of this is going to fold up here into the leg. If I can show it on camera. This is a hinge right here. It's going to come in. This is going to tuck in here. And this is going to fold up and under and fold in right here like this. And that makes a really clean leg. Now, this bit is supposed to pull out just like this one does over here, if you remember. This one is supposed to pull out, but it's way too tight. And rotate around this bit right here and come in. For purposes of me not cussing on camera, I'm simply going to attach this one kind of loosely right here. Again, simply for purposes of me not cussing on camera. But that does make a really coherent and nice foot. So, let's see if we can do this slightly better on this one and maybe explain what's going on here. So, we're going to take this hinge and we're going to fold it in, right? This is on a series of, this has a hinge here and a ball joint. So the point here is you rotate the ball joint and you basically just tuck the head in on that ball joint. This will sit behind and you just maneuver the head until it kind of folds up and under. Okay? That's not how it's going to finally set, but it is setting something similar to that. And I say that because you got to bring this out. This rotates around and it's a tight little tolerance. And if you notice, you've got a little bit of an issue here now where, oh, you don't really have room to bring this in and around. Well, you really don't, because this has to set in there and that has to set in there. And if you don't do it right, it's not going to set flush. It doesn't want to set flush anyway. And so what I end up doing is kind of making it look similar to this. I'm sure somebody somewhere will tell me just exactly what I'm doing wrong here, because that's the beauty of the internet. But you can't set it like this because it doesn't set flush. It's designed to go in here because it's got that cavity. The problem is the rest of the head and where it sets in relation to this. And it just, I mean, I've seen people have it like that and do it like that, and that just looks goofy looking. So, yeah, we're not going to do that. We're going to fold this in, we're going to bring this down like that, and we're just going to kind of have our foot not necessarily the prettiest or the cleanest. It's just going to kind of stick out a little bit, and he'll still stand just fine. And that represents the lower half. Now, rotate it at this top part right here. Okay? If this hasn't already, it comes like this in Dino mode, this little section right here. Bring it down, which reveals this nice little metallic blue section. Bring your waist section down, and while you're doing that, you can bring up your, why is it not going in? Oh, you have to have your, you have to have it lined up properly so that it will, your chest will go into the cavity. You can swing that down. Your Wings will go up, your arms will come down, that will come down. Now, your hands are in here, and there is no way you're going to get in there and get those. Just take your little gun or your sword, get in there, pop those things out, just like that. Pop those things out. And here is Sludge, aka Jungle Warrior Quaker, all transformed. Okay, 9 minutes. So this guy's transformation really sucks, and it's just the legs, but yeah. So he can hold his weapons. He's got the standard 3mm ports. He can hold his weapons. See? He can hold them just fine. Okay. And let's see, we'll do articulation. Get in closer here. Okay. His head it's on a ball joint. You can't get up and down, but it does move back and forth. Okay. The wings are, well, you can move them up and down, but they're kind of stationary. They're locked in place because of the way this works. The arms are on a hinge swivel, so they could go all the way around, but they get hindered by the wings. You get a nice range out, though. Elbows, really tight. 90-degree bend. Nothing at the wrist. They're locked. I mean, I can bend the elbow with the wrist. Man, that's a tight elbow. No waist articulation, but you do get that reverse ab crunch, which completely breaks up the sculpt. You've got T-jointed ball joints for, which you can't see, T-jointed ball joints for hips, right there, which will get you the Chinese splits, and he's got so much leg kibble, I don't know if we'll get the American. He can do the American splits, it's just it's not gonna, I mean, he can't sit up on them. So, yeah. He's got a mushroom peg right here, which gives him his thigh swivel. Knee bend to about right there. So I can't tell if it's 90 degrees or not, but it's awful close if it's not. And he's got so much leg kibble that it kind of looks like it's not 90 degrees, but it's awful close if it's not. Feet articulation. This is a solid piece, so yeah, there's not really feet articulation. Paint. Alright, let's go over paint. That's slag. I mean, look at the head sculpt there. He's got silver paint right here, metallic blue eyes, which I'm hoping come off on camera. Silver paint right here. You got a little yellow paint right here. This is silver. This is red plastic. This is smoky translucent. You got some blue right here. This is flat black plastic. This is the stuff from the Dino mode, the blue, the yellow, the red, the black, all that. The back cleans up, looks like this. Yeah, that's basically this guy right here. His hips are a little loose. Again, that's going to probably be an individual case-by-case basis thing, but yeah. Okay, size comparisons. Those are always good. Let's see here. Here he is next to Classics Prime for you Classics fans. Let's see, here he is next to, not you yet, Movie Bumblebee. Here he is next to the Impatient Hot Rod. see, he's a legend scale figure. Here he is next to the reissue of Cosmos. And that kind of works. I think that works well enough. Let's see, what else? What else? Just something random that I've got that I could throw in there. Here's a hound figure. Beachcomber figure. Trailbreaker figure. What else? Sharktacon. Energon Cube? I think that's enough. Okay. And now, to answer the burning question on everyone's mind, how does the DX9 War in Pocket X-Tall 19 Jungle Warrior Quaker, also known as Sludge, that's just a great name for him, scale with Metroplex? Here he is in the hand of Metroplex, and as you can see, he's a pretty tall character. And just for scale comparison, I've got him there in the hand of Broadside, just to give you some, you know, comparison size-wise. And there's Rekgar. He's sitting there looking at some of these other mini-bots. He's saying, "What the hell are you guys anyway? What continuity do you come from?" Hey Rekgar? What the hell do you want? Rekgar, I'm really not sure it's such a good idea for you to be standing underneath an aircraft carrier. Oh, I'm sure it's fine. Everything will be just fine. There's no issues. I mean, after all, what's the worst that could happen? You did that on purpose, didn't you? Yes, I did. I hate you sometimes. I don't. Me, Sludge, want to know what just happened. Thanks for watching, everyone.
And thank you for watching my Papa's channel. Please subscribe and like. Thank you.